Well, guys, have I got something to show you? I just went to a estate sale actually, and I picked up some treasures. So, and you won't believe it, but all the stuff you see here, all of this stuff in this box, and all of this right here, total price for me, $5. That's what I said. Jackpot. I'm gonna get these in the garage and we'll look through some of them and see exactly what we got. Some of it might be a little too far gone, but then there's other stuff that are really unique and really cool that I think everybody will really appreciate. So I'll get this in the garage and we'll take a closer look at everything. Okay, guys, so I got it out of the car, and we're gonna just take a little look at it. We'll start up. Let's start up here. Why not? So this is one of those things that is a little too far gone, I think, to do anything with. It's like the original weed whacker. I'm not sure what the original term is for it, but these were essentially just they were swept along to take out weeds and tall grass and stuff. But as you can see, it's got some really deep pitting in it. The guy actually gave this to me because he used this one when he was a kid, and he didn't want it anymore because he apparently had some very bad memories whacking weeds with this, so he gave it to me and said he didn't want it. It's got a very short handle, which is interesting. I've never seen one with that short of a handle, but yeah, that's what he gave me. Next up is a corn mill. This is seized, but this is another one of those things that they refused to let me leave without taking with me. Their excuse was, oh, I might need it later on in life, which, who knows? I might need a corn mill someday, but this is extremely rusted, and it's seized up. None of this works. This little clamp right here, this little C-clamp style thing is seized. The whole thing is just all rust. It's from a company called Corona Corn Mill, apparently. So I mean, it's pretty cool. Whether I leave it just as some like kind of a decoration or something, or if I actually end up being able to get it unstuck and get it back to working condition, who knows? Next up is another one of the things that they insisted on making me take because I wasn't so sure if this was fixable. It's really pitted. It's a nice little size axe. I believe this is a cruiser size. I mean, it's very small. There it is next to my hand. It's not too big. I have large hands, but still, it's not too big. I'm not entirely sure. It looks to be a True Temper. It's got the little releases, but there's no stamps that I can see. Again, it could just be the pitting that's like rot. It's worn through the stamp or something. I'm not sure. Again, probably too far gone to do anything with. Of course, the handle's snapped, but who knows? I might be able to get something at least usable out of it, or just use it again as a decoration. Next up is another axe that looks to be a True Temper. Again, it's got the little releases in it. Again, no markings that I can see. Could be just the rust, or it could be that these are unmarked axes. Not entirely sure. Again, releases. This one might be a little bit better. It might be fixable. Some of this might just be rust that's on top. Not sure if it's pitting or not, but we'll find out later on when I decide to delve into these. I got this little handle. It's just a little hammer handle. It's got proper grain orientation. Not sure if you can see that. Probably not, but it's got some proper grain orientation. It came with this. I'm assuming this is vintage. It was sitting in a shed where literally everything in the shed was rusted. So there's that. Next up, I just got two railroad spikes. Who doesn't need a railroad spike, right? I've got an idea of turning these into a knife, building a forge and forging these into some knives. I think that'd be kind of cool. No visible markings or anything. I don't even know if they would mark railroad spikes. Who knows? But those are kind of cool, so I got those. Next up is a auto body hammer. Again, not sure why I need it, but I thought it was pretty cool. It's got terrible grain orientation, but it's a cool old tool. It was the guy's dad's. His dad just died. So they were having an estate sale, getting rid of all that. And his dad used to be an auto body. So there was that. And then there's also the little hand anvil right here. That you put this on the inside of the metal, and then you pound from the outside, and it straightens out metal and gets out dings and stuff like that. Next up is a little level, old wood level. Still works, actually. Not sure if you can see that. Little bubble in there. There we go. Still works. Pretty cool little level. Again, free. So, hey, if I can use it, which that's pretty cool. So, yeah. These are, I'm assuming these have to do with blacksmithing. The guy, he used them for horseshoes. Once he pounded in the nails, he would snip it off there. What I believe these are blacksmith like snips or something like that, where when you put like a hot rivet in there, you snip off the rivet. I'm assuming that's what it is. It could be something else. If you know what it is, let me know in the comments. I'll probably do some research on it myself. Here's another hatchet that I purchased. This was thrown in with all the stuff that I bought for $5. So it's got a little chip right here. Not sure if you can see that. Let's see if I can focus in on it. I'm shooting this on my iPhone, and it has terrible focus distance. Right there, there's a little chip. I'm not sure if you can see that, but there's that. It's got the original sticker on it. It's worn out, so you can't actually see what it said. But let me pull this up. See if there we go. Focus. But in its the pole is a bit beat. It was a well-used hatchet, so. But I thought it was still pretty cool. I might be able to fix some of it. Next up is, I don't know what this is. It's some kind of sledgehammer. They called it a splitting maul, but that is not like any splitting maul I've ever seen. It's too blunt, in my opinion, to be a splitting maul. Only markings on it are like little scribbles right there, and it says an 8. Again, maybe if I take some of the pitting down, I may be able to find some brand or logo or something, but who knows on that. Next up is this old Stanley hammer. Again, made in America. Got a spider in there. But that was pretty cool, so I just picked that up. Next up, a really old and cracked and split and pitted crosscut saw handle. But my idea is, if I can't use the handle, of course, it's pretty bad. But I can clean up these and possibly remake a handle. And if I ever actually find a crosscut saw, I'll use that for that. Next up, one of my favorite items that I picked up today, a draw knife. Picked this up. It's pretty rusted, but it's not that bad at pitting. The edge is nice, so it's missing a handle, but that can be fixed, so I'll just make a new handle for it. I'll have to figure out how to actually fix that, because I'm not sure, because that's like forged in there, so that could be interesting. But yeah, there's a draw knife. My favorite, complete favorite item is this little hatchet right here. It is pretty pitted, but again, it probably can be fixed. The edge is a little nicked up. Let's see if you can see that. It's a little nicked up, but with a mill bastard file, I should be able to take those nicks out and redo the edge. But my favorite thing about this is the markings. The marking, which you can see right there, plain as day, says US on it. And right below that, it's hardly noticeable, but it says 1944, which I am really excited about. This little hatchet right there. That's by far my favorite item I picked up today. Next up is this little handle. This is a horrible handle. It's got the worst graining orientation you could have. Let's see if I can focus on that. Sorry about this. Like I said, shut on my iPhone. Just wanted to show you guys. It's got terrible grain orientation, but I like the way it feels in my hand. I like the way it feels. So I'm probably going to be using this as a template for an actual axe handle. I'm assuming this was an axe handle that was just chopped down. But with the way it is, I'm pretty sure it would be a pretty nice like boy's axe or camp axe handle. So I'll see what I can do with that, possibly use that for something else. And now, second to last thing I got is this little hatchet. Again, it's pretty pitted. The edge is in nice shape though. Pole looks like it was beat on a little bit. It's rolled a little bit, not too bad. Again, the focus is horrible on this. But this isn't too bad of an axe or a hatchet. It looks to be original handle, so I might just either fix this up. It's got some checking though, so that's a problem. But I might end up knocking this out and redoing another handle for it. Who knows? But that's a pretty nice little hatchet. There are no markings on it that I can see. Again, rust might have covered them up, but I'm pretty sure that there are no markings on this hatchet. So that's just another cool little no-name hatchet. Next up, I got over here. Another one of the things that they insisted on forcing me to take is this little bee smoker. You just squeeze this and it blows the stuff out on the bees. So that's that. So this is all the stuff that I got. Like I said, I only spent $5 on like 4 items, and the rest they gave me. So yeah, that was my day of picking at an estate sale.